on to the weights for now. Good morning. Weights are in your hands. Let's just add those shoulder rolls as we often do. Inhale up, squeeze back, and exhale down. Inhale up, squeeze back, and exhale down. One more time. Inhale up, squeeze. Give your neck a little rock, and then relax down. All right, let's step out. We're going to go just into a slightly wider position, toes turned out, abs pulled in. So a little V in your feet and legs. Hands right here. All I want you to do is squeeze the shoulder blades back and then open them up. So before I'm even bothered to rotate open, my shoulder blades went together as if I was popping a walnut. So we're going to squeeze back and rotate open. Squeeze back and rotate open. Squeeze back, rotate open. One more like that. Squeeze back, rotate open. Now, if you're okay with it, pull your abs in. Give me a little plie, right? You can go down as far or as little as you want to, but just make sure those knees are out over the toes, not collapse in. And then we add on that motion, right? So we're going to squeeze back and rotate open, squeeze back, rotate open, squeeze and rotate. Two more times. We're going to squeeze and rotate. Last time, squeeze and rotate. From there, elbows are going to squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in. Adding on, squeeze in, bend the knees, come up. Squeeze in, bend the knees, come up. And this can be as small of a range of motion as you want, or as large. Obviously, I'm doing a kind of miniature version here. So whatever works for you. You should be working your quads and your glutes a little bit of outer hip action because of that turnout. And obviously shoulders, two more. And relax, shake that out. Last little bit of standing work, I think. Weight on that right leg. Left leg is out. Hands just right here for now. Let's go into our curtsy and sit down. And straighten up and sit down. Adding on, we're going to have those hands just like this. We're going to rotate open, lift the elbows higher than the wrists, turn your thumbs down, and we'll add that to that curtsy. Just two more. On this last one, let's stay back, drop those hands, bring them right here to your chest, lift that back leg, sink a little deeper and simply hold for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Stand it up, weight on your left leg, point those right toes, shoulders out of your ears. We'll step back in that curtsy and back up. Now you can go back to that same motion with your arms, but if you feel like that part of my shoulders is done, you could add on like an upright row instead. You could even do, this will add a little work to your glutes. You could do those arms forward with those thumbs up. Totally up to you guys, whatever you want to do. Good, you have you have 8 more. Even if I'm not doing them, you're doing 8 more, please. Keep it going. And last one, you just hold it, see if you can sink a little deeper, hold 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. All right, wide stance, bring that weight into your left hand, lift it up, send those hips to the left, and just get a nice long stretch down that side without collapsing into it. Stay strong. Back up and around, other way, reach, 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 push that hip away, and then come on back to center. Roll those shoulders. Go ahead and set the weights down and then come on down, please. So as always, when we use the weights, you don't have to use them. You can use single weight, you can use both weights, you can use 0 weights, you can come in and out. You're the adults here, so you get to choose. All right, so let's just go ahead, grab hold of those legs, and let's just roll back into a lying down position. Take a little rock side to side. We're gonna get a nice little stretch to start with. So put both weights in your hands, palms are being weighed down by the weights, and then stretch that open. And you should feel a nice stretch across your chest. We're gonna let our knees rock just a little bit side to side. Go a little farther every time if you want. Beautiful. On this last one, you're gonna let your knees drop all the way over to the left. Let them rest on the ground and then stretch away from that right arm. Let that shoulder sink. Hopefully that weight is allowing your chest to be a little more open. Then we're gonna lift up the right leg, follow it by the left, and we'll let them both drop to the right. And again, that back shoulder just rests close to the ground. Then that left leg comes up, followed by the right, feet down, weights by your side. Ab prep, deep breath in, exhale, head, neck, and shoulders float off the ground. We're gonna inhale, lift those arms. We're gonna exhale, come down. Just 2 more like that. Exhale to lift, inhale to reach, exhale down. Last time, deep breath in, exhale, lift, inhale, reach, and exhale down. Option to grab that single weight. And you can just hold it between your hands. You can grip it. You can have long fingers. Exhale, lift. Inhale, arms up overhead, above you, or way up overhead. And exhale down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. One more like that. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach, and exhale down. You can choose to use 2 weights. To me, it seems a little easier, 1 in each hand, but give that a whirl. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. And exhale, down. But a little more challenging maybe is to stack both weights up. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back and down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back and down. One more like that. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. And then whether you've chosen 1 weight or 2, come back up and just stretch those arms overhead as much as feels possible and comfortable. Then meet those legs in tabletop and extend those legs for double leg stretch. Bend the knees by dropping the heels, tap the weight to the knees. Inhale to stretch and reach, and exhale to bend. As always, you could take the second weight and put it below your knees, right? And extend and bend. I'm not going to do that, but you guys have that option to inhale and reach and exhale, bend. Abs in. If your neck is bothering you, as always, you can bring it down. You will feel this more in your neck on the days that we use those weights. It adds a little bit of extra challenge up into all those muscles that reach up into your neck. 2 more. Last one, let's hold it. Point the toes, pull the abs in, reach through the fingers, and relax. Ooh, give that a little hug. And then let's go ahead and put 1 weight in each hand. Stack in tabletop. Reach the left toes and the right arm opposite direction. So single leg stretch like this. Back to center. Right leg, left arm, opposite directions. Right? So just keep that opposite arm, opposite leg. And keep that going for me, please. Those of you who I can see look absolutely perfect. All right, and then we'll relax. And we're going to take a quick break here. So bring that one weight behind both hamstrings, give a little hug in, take a little rock side to side. And then feet come back down. Let's put one weight on each hip. And then we use just those two fingers to hold the weights in place. So we're not gripping the weights and putting them there. We're just holding them in place. And as you're ready, lift up into your bridge and hold that bridge with that little bit of extra weight there. And then give me a glute squeeze and go up an inch higher. Just little teeny lift. Keep that going for me. Keep going. And relax. All right, once again, we're going to hug those knees in, one in each hand this time. Hopefully stretch out those hamstrings and glutes that you just worked a little bit. And then we'll go into tabletop for our toe touches. If you feel like it's safe for you, you don't have a fragile rib cage. If you do, don't do this. But otherwise, put one weight on that rib cage, and that should remind you to sink those ribs in. If you feel more comfortable, you could certainly put it below your belly button, or you could put one weight on each if you really want a lot of feedback. Deep breath in, exhale, sink everything down for your toe touches. They can be single leg or double leg. Knees move away from the body as you stay in that 90-degree angle, and you exhale to come back up again. Inhale as those legs move away, and exhale to come back up again. As always, these weights give you feedback, but if you want more challenge, you'll take a weight below your knees and hold it between that fleshy part of your legs. So a little extra resistance there if you want. And keep that going for me. And relax. Let's spin over, face me. Bring your weights with you. Stack your knees up, tabletop. Bring your waistline off the ground. Make sure your knees are in front of your hips, your shins are parallel to the ground. And then you could put a single weight on your top leg. You could put both weights on your top leg. You choose, you could put no weights. But again, you're just gonna hold with those fingers to hold that weight in place. And we'll start with that simple clam version where the knee and the ankle come up at the same time. Don't forget to stretch out in your upper body. Good. Heels are going to go together this time, and we're going to pivot open. And then we're going to keep the knees down on the ground, but we're going to lift the heels and we'll pivot open from there. And relax. Take that leg that you just worked, bend it, bend the knee, and put that foot in front of the other leg. And that should start to give you that outer hip stretch. You can press the leg open or you can pull it up towards you. You decide what you need to do. And then come on up and over to the other side, please. And once again, you're going to stack your knees. Knees are straight out from your hips. You have a little mouse house under that waistline. Weight on that top leg, just holding it down, and then we lift as a unit. So ankle and knee come up at the same time. Then we're going to bring the heels together and we're going to pivot open. Waistline still up. Good. Knees together, heels up in the air, and lift. And relax. Again, you can bend that knee, put it up against the other leg, pull it in, press it away, tuck it up, you decide. And then you're going to come up onto your side for a side plank. Give that mat a little fold for a little extra cushioning if you need for your elbow. And as always, we want to protect that shoulder. So we're going to, push it back, lift up out of it, engage those lats. Have one weight with you in your top hand. Come up in your favorite version of side plank, please. And then let's just arch a little bit higher and then come back to center. Not too much on that bottom shoulder. Arch it up and center. Arch it up and center. And relax it down. We're going to pivot over onto the other side. Again, feel free to double up your mat for a little extra cushioning for your elbow. Push that shoulder back, lift up out of it, engage those lats, and then your favorite side plank version, arm up, and we give a little arch and center, arch and center, good. And gently down. As you come down, let's go ahead and just come into a seated position toward the front of your mat, please. We'll sit up nice and tall, pull those glutes out from under us so we're on those sit bones, shoulders out of your ears, palms in front of you. Exhale, give me a little hinge back, pull the belly button in. Open your arms into a T position and give me that same squeeze we did at the beginning of class, right? So squeeze the shoulder blades together, squeeze the shoulder blades together. You could squeeze and then pivot open if you want, or you can just squeeze, squeeze and pivot, or just squeeze. 2 more times. Try not to let your head get ahead of you. Relax and come on back up again. So you should have had some isometric work in the abs as you did that. Let's grab both weights, shoulders back and down, same thing. We're going to hinge back, we're going to pull the ribs in, head in line with the spine. We're going to squeeze, but we are going to pivot open straight as you can this time back to center. Squeeze and open. Shoulder blades and arms. Ribs down, shoulder blades, head in line as best you can. Just notice if it gets ahead of you, maybe give a little chin tuck. And relax. Let's go out, knees are bent, lift up again. Give me a gentle hinge for your spine stretch. And then we're going to add on today to a, well, I hate to say a slump, but a ragdoll. So just let your body relax up and over. And then let's go ahead and press up and sit tall again. And then just give me that hinge, just that spine stretch. Then you reach your arms behind you, rotate them open, squeeze those shoulder blades. So nice opening across the chest and relax. All right, we're coming over onto our abs. Have your weights on each side. Actually, you know what? you're gonna have your weights at the front of the mat, sorry. And then pivot over onto your ab squeeze. And put those weights out in front of you. Hopefully you have round weights or at least sort of octagonal or something. You're gonna put your hands on top of the weights, reach our toes long as always. Pull the belly button in, lift the kneecaps, but keep all 10 toes into the ground. Try and bring your head even with your arms. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, pull your belly button in, and then press and pull those weights. So I'm using those weights to give me a gentle lift. Hold at the top and inhale or exhale down. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull everything up and in. Pull back. Hold for a moment at the top and exhale down. We're just going to do a few more like that. Two more. Last time. Hold it up. And relax. You might have felt that just a little bit in the arms even. All right, we're gonna sit back in resting position from there. So you can just plop back on your heels. And then as you come forward, let's undulate through some cat-cow. So hands way out in front of you. We're gonna come forward in a cow and round back in a cat. Beautiful. And then square everything up. And from that boxy position, you want to keep the tailbone long, not tucked under, so extended, but then you want to pull your abs in and your ribs, right? So a nice square position here. And then we're going to take one weight behind our right leg, and we're going to bring that heel close to the hip so your weight is secure, so you're not going to drop it. When you feel ready, pull the abs in and just lift that leg parallel, trying to get your thigh parallel with the ground. You can point your toes or you can flex to the heel, whichever feels okay to you. You're just holding this for now, feeling that work along that right glute, that right low back. If you want to add on, extend that left arm. Try and get it up above your head so you don't see it in your peripheral vision. If you want an even bigger challenge, you can take a weight in that left hand and lift it up. And lastly, you could always do the lower and lift. Try and keep that head in line with your spine. And relax. Put those weights down. Let's roll through a cat-cow again. And then from that cow, keep that tailbone long, but abs in and ribs in. Bring that weight behind your left knee. Bring your heel in close to your hip. And then you're going to raise that up, trying to get it right in line so that your leg is parallel with the ground. Option to extend the right arm. Option to extend the right arm with the weight. And then as always, you can tap and lift if you want, or just hold it. And then gently down. All right. And then you can press back in that resting position. You can come over onto your abs and windshield wiper. You decide you want to stay here and roll through some cat-cows, that's fine. And then we're coming down for a plank. So you're going to come down onto your forearms, hands apart as always. If you want to, you can put your weights inside of your hands, so you have to remember not to squeeze in. Shoulders out of your ears, chin tucks, collarbone lifts, belly button pulls up and in. And then you can be on the fronts of your thighs, or you can tuck your toes. You just want to lift up in your plank. Nice strong plank here. And gently relax. Let's bend those knees, windshield wiper side to side. Let your knees drop, or let your feet drop to the left for a second. All right, so knees are bent and they drop to the left. Extend your left arm over your head, and then open up, twisting, opening up. So kind of a sneaky twist here. Bring your right arm back up and over, come back over onto your belly, let your legs windshield wiper again, and then drop your feet to the right. Let them drop all the way, take your left arm, pivot open, little sneaky twist. Maybe not so sneaky this time because you knew it was coming. And then bring that left arm back up and over. Come on back. Let's come back through one quick cow cat undulating, maybe not one, couple little moves here. Beautiful. All right, now we're coming back over on our spine. You're bringing your weights with you, but they're both coming over to your left side this time. Roll down. And if you're able to hold both weights in your left hand, do so. If they're too big for your grip, you know, just a single weight is fine. Bring that right over your shoulder, and then take your right hand and remind your rib cage on this exercise that it wants to be pulled down towards your hips and flat. Nod your head yes, and reach the arm so it comes right by your left ear. So you should feel some tricep action, but you should definitely feel those abs, because instead of letting the ribs pop up, you use your strength, right? And then that arm is going to come straight above you. So we're going to inhale, arm goes overhead, keep that head nodded yes. And then exhale above you. Inhale up and over, and exhale, bring it up. Inhale up and over, and exhale, bring it up. Keep it going. Inhale up and over, exhale, bring it up. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale up and over, and exhale. We're going to add on. Inhale up and over, bend the elbow, tricep, extend it up as you straighten. Up and over, bend, straighten, and up. Up and over, bend, straighten, and up. On this last one, bend the elbow and straighten, straighten, straighten. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! That should have fired up that tricep. Bring that arm overhead. Just let it lie on the ground for a second. A little stretch for your armpit, shoulder, and then just press the hand into the ground. Then bring that arm across your body and up over your head and around. And we'll bring those weights into your right hand. And again, just do your best to find a good grip where you can hold them both. Arm right above your shoulder, ribs pull down and in, arm goes by your right ear, hold for a moment, feel that strength, and then up. So inhale up and over, and exhale above. Inhale up and over, and exhale. Chin nods yes, shoulders are open. Good, adding on, arm stays overhead, bend it, straighten it, come up. Up and over, bend, straighten, and up. Up and over, bend, straighten, and up. So we've added on that tricep work. And then overhead, we straighten, 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 straighten. 3, 2, 1. Woo, relax that down. Just let the arm rest on the ground for a second. Then bend the elbow, place the palm on the ground. Bring it over, give it a little love, and then up and over. We're going to hug those knees in. And then again, go ahead and move your weights out of the way, except for one of them goes below your knees, unless you're not playing like that today. I'm not playing like that today. Otherwise, it goes between your thighs. So now we're going to do that same exercise we did at the beginning of class, but I don't have weights in my hands to help me stay down. I am going to keep my legs lifted tabletop, and we're going to start small, side to side. Name of the game is you have to keep your knees together. That's why you have that weight there. That and the weight makes it harder, right? And then you can try and go a little farther each time. And then back through center, take that weight away, hug those knees in, and then feet go down on the ground. Now you're going to put one weight in each hand, palms facing up, weights pushing down, hands by your side. Deep breath in, exhale, drag those knuckles along the ground, float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Lift those hands just to hip height. You should feel some challenge here. Hold for a moment. And exhale down. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, inhale, hold at the top, and exhale down. Again, exhale, lift, inhale, hold at the top. One more like that. Exhale down, inhale, prepare, exhale, lift, inhale, hold. Option to bring the arms out to the side or even bring them above you. Just don't drop them on yourself. And exhale down. 2 more times. Exhale, lift, something with your arms if you want. And exhale down. Last time, exhale, lift, and down. That's your option if you don't want to do a full roll up, but you have these weights in your hands, which typically makes the roll up easier. So if you want to, here we go. Exhale, lift, stop there, or see if you can come all the way up without lifting your feet. Inhale at the top and exhale down. If you're coming halfway up, when I say inhale at the top, that's your top range of motion, and that's when you maybe add something with the arms. And exhale down. Inhale, exhale, mosey on up, hold at the top, exhale down. Just a few more for me there, please. Whichever version you're doing is absolutely fine, partial or full. How about 3 more, please? Try and keep all 10 toes on the ground. If you find your feet are lifting up, maybe just go for that partial roll up, please. After that third one, you get to hug your knees into your chest. Woohoo, yippee. Oh, that's my reward. All right, and then put one weight out towards your right hand. Put your left foot on the ground and bring the other weight behind your right hamstring. Use that to hug the right hamstring in and bring it over to the right just a little bit. Left knee just kind of drops open. Maybe give yourself a little bit of mobility through the ankle. You can point and flex and circle. And then let's drive that leg back through center. We're going to roll that weight down and lift up the calf. We're still pulling the knee down. And again, we'll flex and point. If I have that weight up against that muscle, I might feel as I flex and point and circle, I might get a little, trigger point release here. And then finally, I'm going to straighten my leg, point the toes, and lift myself up. And then I'm going to straighten out that left leg and flex through the heel. So lifting up, roll your shoulders out of your ears. Think about the scissors exercise. We're not going to do that. We're just stretching here. And then flex through the heel and see if you could come down like that. Kind of intense. Bring the weight to the outside of that right leg, put it on the outside of the right leg, Let your right arm slide under the right weight. Let that left leg drop, or right leg drop a little bit to the left, just a little bit. Then I want you to bend the knee. And up to you how far that knee goes over to the left. And then release it. Put that left foot, right foot on the ground next to the left leg. Weight goes over to the left. Pivot those knees open, figure 4. Drag the left heel in, leave your weights for a second. Bring your hands around, grab your other hamstring, left hamstring. Give me some circles, please. Point and flex, in and out. And then we'll crisscross completely, knee over knee. And we're gonna give those knees a hug. And once again, we're gonna slide the hands underneath the weights. And then as you're ready, you can let those knees drop over to the left, sorry. And then come on back through center. We'll leave the left weight where it is. We'll put the other one behind your left knee. We'll bring it over to the side, get some mobility through that ankle as you rotate and point and flex and circle or whatever. And we'll bring that back through center. We'll hug it in. We'll roll that leg down, or excuse me, that weight down the leg, press. And again, now when you move that foot, if you have that weight up against the muscle or even down towards the tendon, you're gonna feel some trigger point. Point, roll yourself up like you're doing the scissor exercise, stretch your right leg out, flex through the heel, lift it up, point the toe, and then flex and see if you can come down. Move that weight to the outside of that left leg, let it drop a little bit over to the right, and then bend the knee, and then option to come as far as you want. And then leave the weight there. Bring your left knee, or excuse me, left foot back over across that right thigh, drag that right thigh in and up. And again, we'll rotate through that right ankle now. Then we're gonna bend that knee. We're gonna press that left ankle over it. Both hands slide underneath the weights, and then you drop to the right. When you're ready, come on back up through center. Make your way onto your hands and knees, however feels best for you. We're going to do our undulating and staggered cat-cow. So right hand goes forward and then walks to the right. Left knee goes forward, and then we're going to undulate forward and to the right, cow and cat. Beautiful. Back through center, left hand forward and to the left, right knee forward, and again, undulating. And back through center. Let's just do regular undulating right straight ahead of you. Get that movement everywhere in the spine. And then we'll stack the hands up. We'll go high plank. We'll press those hips up in the air. Walk it back. And then walk out your feet. Wide stance. Nod your head yes and shake no. Bend your knees, hands on your thighs. Cow, cat, and cow.